Hello everyone, thank you for being here and welcome to lesson number 14 of A Course in Miracles. God did not create a meaningless world. The idea for today is of course the reason why a meaningless world is impossible. What God did not create does not exist, and everything that does exist exists as He created it. The world you see has nothing to do with reality. It is of your own making and it does not exist. The exercises for today are to be practiced with eyes closed throughout. The mind-searching period should be short, a minute or at most. Do not have more than 3 practice periods with today's idea unless you find them comfortable. If you do, it will be because you really understand what they are for. The idea for today is another step in learning to let go of the thoughts that you have written on the world and see the Word of God in their place. The earlier steps in this exchange, which can truly be called salvation, can be quite difficult and even quite painful. Some of them will lead you directly into fear. You will not be left there. You will go far beyond it. Our direction is toward perfect safety and perfect peace. With eyes closed, think of all of the horrors in the world that cross your mind. Name each one as it occurs to you, and then deny its reality. God did not create it, and so it is not real. Say, for example, God did not create that war, and so it is not real. God did not create that airplane crash, and so it is not real. God did not create that disaster, specify, and so it is not real. Suitable subjects for the application of today's idea also include anything you're afraid might happen to you or to anyone to whom you are concerned. In each case, name the disaster quite specifically. Do not use general terms. For example, do not say God did not create illness, but God did not create cancer or heart attacks or whatever may arouse fear in you. This is your personal repertory of horrors at which you are looking. These things are part of the world you see. Some of them are shared illusions and others are part of your personal hell. It does not matter. What God did not create can only be in your own mind apart from His. Therefore, it has no meaning. In recognition of this fact, conclude the practice periods by repeating today's idea. God did not create a meaningless world. The idea for today can, of course, be applied to anything that disturbs you during the day, aside from the practice periods. Be very specific in applying it. Say, God did not create a meaningless world. He did not create, and specify the situation which is disturbing you, and so it is not real. Okay, that's lesson 14 of A Course in Miracles. God did not create a meaningless world. Of course, eternal love did not create a meaningless world or a suffering world, because eternal love is boundless peace. And so you might ask, then who made up all the suffering in the apparent world if it's not God? And the answer is the human mind, the ego mind, same thing. The apparent individual who gives meaning to its thoughts and justifies attack, punishment, exclusion, harm, and war. And if you notice, all those ego actions begin with a thought, a justified thought, which gives itself permission to act upon darkness, and therefore perpetuating attack and vengeance in time. But the darkness of the ego mind has nothing to do with eternal light, because what is born in time, what comes and goes, what appears and disappears, is temporal and therefore is never there, meaning it is not real. That's why the lessons emphasize so much on the unreality of our thoughts and their meaning. They are truly never there. Only the infinite mind of love, of peace, is real, being effortlessly still, silent, pristine, immaculate, and absolute, therefore incapable of attack. Attack is a made-up idea of the human mind. So this lesson is inviting the ego mind to recognize that it is its thoughts that perpetuate suffering, and therefore it is encouraging the apparent you to let go of limiting beliefs which perpetuate time in order to realize the eternal within. In other words, these lessons are inviting you to recognize the nothingness of this present moment, which is eternally pristine, and to let go of the thoughts that veils heaven. And that's why this course is definitely right when it says that the ego is afraid of this message. It is, because the ego is afraid of this present moment, the eternal now, which demonstrates its unreality. I hope you enjoy practicing lesson 14. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. See you tomorrow for lesson number 15. Have a wonderful day. Bye.